White Zinfandel.
I'm done.
That was
Yeah,
White Zinfandel.
Isn't the wine?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a
White
really.
Zin.
It's like the wine you start drinking. The really fruity, tastes really good.
Yeah,
And it's like it's really cheap.
real cheap.
Yeah, that's what you look for when you start drinking.
Yeah, cheap
Yeah.
and good.
Cheap and it tastes decent.
Decent enough. So what's new in your life?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I got a new employee at work, and
Nice.
we've been training.
Nice.
So I've actually been very excited to go to work here the last few days.
Yeah. New and exciting.
For two reasons, right? Training a guy that, will be able to relieve some of the
Your
stuff that's
workload.
on my plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then two, we're actually looking for a new SIM and network detection and response software.
Nice.
And so I get to play with new software and stuff like that. See
Yeah,
which
that
one I
makes
like.
for short days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times where I'm like, I look up at the clock and it's 10. And I'm like, all right, I got to go to lunch here in a couple hours. And look back at the clock and it's 3. I'm like, shit. I can't eat because now I'm too close to dinner.
Too deep in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's a good place to be, comparatively.
yeah.
Yeah. And you talked about this new guy. Was it 2 episodes back?
Yeah, I can't. It was a little bit. We might have mentioned it last episode too. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Well, that's exciting.
very
I-
good.
So on my work front, I'm like the tech lead, and I've spent the last 5 weeks writing documentation. I haven't coded at all, and it's kind of sad. It's been nice though. I mean, I do a lot of code reviews, and I do a lot of meetings. But I'm a little sad that I haven't coded in 5 weeks. But I did decide to bite the bullet,
Yeah.
and I bought GitHub Copilot.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's
Your programming buddy.
yes, that's my Copilot in my IDE. It's plugged in directly into ChatGPT-3, and it basically writes its own code. And I just say,
baby
"Yep,
Jesus.
that's what I was looking for."
Nice.
Yeah,
That's what I should get because I'm so far out of the coding world that I don't want to try and get back in. So I'll just hire an AI to do it for me.
yep. Just pay $10 a month. And,
Perfect.
And press tab. But it does. It's a little sad. It's a little sad. Yeah. So, ChatGPT-3 is based on pretty much the whole history of the internet.
Yeah.
Like, and
Wasn't it up to like a couple years ago, right? Is
yeah,
that what-
exactly. Yeah. So, its coding prowess is based on the history of all the former coders that push code to the internet. And all these people probably ran Linux, and they probably hated Microsoft.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, they were working for Microsoft the
time.
entire
The whole time.
the whole time. They didn't even know it.
Wow.
Checkmate.
Yeah. That's how I get it.
It's a little sad. So I'm doing my part. I'm writing the worst code I can and pushing it up to GitHub.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Gotta fight
Cleaning
back.
it right up for you, and
Yep.
eventually it'll be writing terrible code.
Yep. Gotta fight back.
Yep.
This is our jobs, people.
Yeah.
Fight back.
Fight. This is how you fight the man.
That's right.
You make the AI do really bad things.
Yeah. You
So
turn
the man
racist.
doesn't want the AI anymore.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, turn the AI racist and write terrible code
Yep.
and do
how you
your
do it.
part. That's the important thing.
So I got something interesting. I recently in my organization, there's been a lot of scams, targeting a lot of organizations, but
Yeah.
something that's kind of hitting our area is called a subpoena scam, right?
Okay.
And so this has been going on for a while, and we had an employee who fell victim to this scam, unfortunately. And then another healthcare organization in the area had their employees fall victim to this scam. And what it is they target individuals who might be going through a rough time in their life. And they call them up and tell them they have a subpoena for this information about them.
Yeah, and they tell you, like, if you don't respond, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, we're going to send the cops to
because
you
you
right
missed
now.
your subpoena.
Yeah.
But there's good news.
There's good news.
They can make that go away.
Who?
The subpoena people can make it just vanish off your
Oh,
record.
yes, of course.
If you pay them some money.
Ooh,
Yep.
yeah, of course. It was a classic
so,
shakedown.
People are like, okay, what do we got to do?
Go buy a bunch of gift cards.
You got to buy some gift cards.
Yeah, that's
Like, literally, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I've said this before, I'm pretty sure, on our podcast here, but I want to say it again for the people in the back. This is not Hollywood, right? So if something legal is going on with you, you can't just throw money at it and it vanishes, right?
We live in America.
We live in America. You're going to have to go to court if it's
you don't
legitimate.
have enough money to buy your freedom. That's
Yeah.
okay.
There's
yeah.
only a couple people in the U.S.
yeah.
And then number 2, no legitimate organization will ask you to pay them in gift cards.
It's the unfortunate thing is that you're preaching to the choir, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody listening to our podcast, hopefully, if you didn't know, yeah. Like,
Yeah, so
that's
just
so that
2 things you live by, and you're going to do good with a lot of different scams. No organization is going to ask you to pay them in gift cards, and you can't throw money at something to make it go away.
And I think it's
when we're talking about our legal system,
right, exactly. And I think it's helpful to be like, to kind of explain how that works. So that you go and buy gift cards, you give them the gift card numbers, and then they turn around and they sell the gift cards for cheaper than what you bought them for.
Yep.
And so they're effectively cleaning the money. They're laundering the money that way. And that's how the full scam works.
There used to be organizations that you would just put the gift cards or send them to, and then they would just give you the cash on them, right?
Wow, I didn't know that.
And that was a big thing in India.
Yeah. That was like laundering the money for you.
Yeah.
The whole company. So that's a big
These
brain
companies were not like illegitimate. I mean, they were legitimate organizations, but then they also fell victim to these scammers who were stealing money and then using them to launder their money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So that's like a real thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it happens anymore. I don't know if there is any company out there that are like, yeah, I'll just do that.
We should start one.
And we should.
Yeah.
And then we'll launder your money for you.
Yeah, exactly. If you have an investment capital and you're interested in getting on the big brain side of that scam, send us an email. I'm just kidding. We'll help you send that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember my phone number used to be public.
Yeah.
Because I with the I am of my websites, I just post my full name.
Yeah.
I didn't do the security thing. So I had my full information on the internet. And I remember a scammer called me and they told me that my social security had been compromised. And they were going to cancel it.
Cancel your social
They're
security
going to
number.
cancel my social security. And if I wanted it to not be canceled and did not go to jail, I needed to get them some money. And I told him, no, I'm good. And he told me that he was going to send the sheriff to my house, and he was going to arrest my entire family.
Entire family.
Yeah. And I asked him, I was like, even the dog? At that point, he hung up on me. But yeah, so no, I guess it's just goes to show you that if you put your information out there,
people will get it.
And
do
here's the messed
things.
up part. Here's the really messed up part. Here's the black pill. So we used to have a problem in like the early 2000s where you would get solicitation phone calls from people in the United States.
Yeah.
And they'd call you and they'd solicit things. And these were legitimate things.
Last week.
Yeah. And they would...
2023.
And to fight that, the United States federal government came up with the no-call list.
No call list.
Do not call list.
I remember that.
And that worked out great. Except now, it's a database of everyone's
phone numbers.
And if you do live outside of the United States, you can just look up. You can get a full list
of people's
of phone numbers. Yeah, and just call people.
Yep.
And try to scam them. Yeah. So
because they're not subject to our laws.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, technically they
can be.
Yeah. I mean, if you find them, you could there's been stories of people who actually successfully sued these companies.
That's right.
Yeah, but they...
Well, yeah, I think, though, their government has to agree, right?
Mm. Probably if you're the head of FBI, you could successfully sue one of these companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the unfortunate thing is that list meant to be helpful to people, and it was for a minute, and then it turned into a database of call these people.
Yep. Became a huge problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds about right.
I wonder if you could get your name removed from the do not call list.
Yeah, say, I want to call, please.
Please,
so please take me off this list.
There should be another list.
I need the please call me list.
I used to.
Or scammers don't read this list or something.
Right, please don't. Please don't. Early internet, I used to create emails and then try to get as much spam emails to an email as I could. I would sign up to receive spam emails.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because you get an email that way. Yeah. Like I created a new email address.
People want to talk to you.
Yeah. Who? What am I gonna do with this? I don't know. No one's emailing me. Boom. Now people are emailing me.
Yeah. You're popular.
Yeah. I open my email and I'm like, oh, look, I got 1,000 new emails. And they're all dick pills.
Speaking of email, I haven't... yeah, they're mostly dick pills, aren't they?
Amazing.
I have not looked at our email in a while.
Ooh, we're going to do live on air.
I want to make sure this is the right one. It says sign in again.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're listening, send us an email. Well, we might read it on air.
Might read it on air.
You can be part of the next episode of Blunderbuss.
Yeah. You just got to send us an email. All right. So,
looks like nothing.
Nothing. Our good friend Alicene did reach back to us.
Okay.
You want to read that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, he said, Dear Blunderbuss 3D. Now he knows who he's talking to.
That's right.
I acknowledge the receipt of your responds. I know, or I would like you to go through the details and assist me on it. So I'm confused because how are we assisting him on scamming us? And we got to go through the details with him.
Well, it's not a scam.
To assist.
He's going to give us money.
Oh, that's true. He's trying to give us,
He's trying to assist.
A good amount
us with a bunch of money.
A number, a good amount of money.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta move this mic because I'm gonna be looking away from it. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, here's some noises. I am in receipt of your mail. I chose your. I choose your like you are. You are the reliable person who could help me achieve the goal of getting these funds out of the bank before it's forfeited to the government. I am putting in all my attention to this transaction. All of his attention is going to be in this transaction right now. So the poor guy's been waiting for a while, doing nothing else, I imagine. I brought to you. Yeah, that's weird. I brought to you hoping that it would be concluded within 14 working days from the day that we apply for the remittance of the funds into your designated account as the beneficiary with the writ of mandamus. Mandamus. That's, what the hell does that mean? God, we gotta look that up.
Yeah, look it up right now.
It's MANDUMAS. Mandamus.
A judicial writ issued as a command to an inferior court or ordering a person to perform a public or statutory duty. A writ of mandamus.
Oh, so writ of mandamus, which I will provide you as the next of kin to our dead client, Mr. Manfred Hoffman.
Rip.
Rest in peace, bud. I heard your plane went down. Sad
Pour
story.
one out. Yeah. Rip.
5 years after his death, I spent time making all the necessary requirements to find out if I can get anyone related to him come forward and claim the fund of $18,500,000.
That's our
left
money
in our branch. But all my efforts proved abortive. Abortive, like abortive.
Yeah.
Okay. I love either he's really smart and I'm stupid, or this guy's crazy.
Yeah, he's
abortive.
Big words.
This search lasted for 5 years. He had to restate it was 5 years he took. But to no avail. Okay. It was during this search that I found out that no one he used as his next of kin, this fund was placed in transit escrow account and left no one to claim his fund left in our branch for 12 years now. The banking ethics here does not allow such money to stay for more than 14 years. So we got a couple years to do this.
Okay.
Because the bank will send it to bank's treasury as an abandoned or unclaimed fund. Oh, there's a whole bunch more. It just keeps going. Ooh. Before the bank will transfer the fund. Oh, yeah, you got something?
No. I was exclaiming.
Ooh. Ooh. Yay. Before the bank will transfer the fund to your bank, my duty is to program your name as next of kin to our dead client into the bank central database, and all your information as may be required by the bank authority to enable you to make the claim to transfer this fund at the head office.
It just so happens to be our name is Drop All Tables.
Drop All Tables?
Yeah, Timmy. Yep.
This information that I require is necessary to perform such transaction as the next of kin to a dead client once I have perfected this. So are we being tested, or are we like one of the guinea pigs that he's working on perfecting this? Because he has 2 more years. He has 2 more years to do it.
Yeah, he's good. Testing out.
What happened to the other people?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I think that bank just takes their money at this point.
Probably. I will release all the information to you to make the claim as beneficiary of the fund. And then a list.
List.
1, your full name. 2, your
Drop all
occupation. 3, your marital status.
Drop all occupation.
4,
Drop all marital status.
your full residential address.
Drop all status.
5, your direct phone. I'm going to give him our
Drop
phone
all
number
phones.
and see if we can get him online.
Do it. Give up. So
A
the way you
copy-
do that, you create a Google number.
We need to do that. We need to
Yeah, we'll create a Google
set a
number.
Google
send it
number,
to
try to get him
Google
to call us.
Yep.
All right, this sounds like a good idea. Your direct phone, okay. A copy of your passport or identity card scanned. And then 7, country.
Drop all country.
No,
That's where we live.
he needs our country to make
Drop
this
all
happen.
country.
So how do we give him our country?
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Just-
drop all country.
The whole country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop all the table. Drop all the country. So that's all SQL commands.
SQL.
Yeah. So
commands, and then
if it's
all country.
unsanitized, you put that in there. It will delete every column of the table.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We got to find this bank and get in there and drop whole country.
Well, we don't even have to do that.
That's
We got
true.
an inside man.
We'll
We just
tell
send it to
him this is the command you need to get it.
No,
Drop
you
all
would just say, "My name is Jimmy, escape character,
Mandamus.
drop all table."
Oh, and then he just puts it in there. And,
And
Boom.
then SQL runs it.
oh, great.
And hope they got that backed up.
At this junction, I would like to know if you can undertake this business deal. Once the information concerning this fund is provided to you, you will proceed to make the claim and have the fund transferred into your account. So if they transfer all this into our account, I'm going to cut ties with this guy, and we got $18 million.
Boom. That's big brain.
We're done.
Yeah.
And we
He hasn't thought about this.
Yeah, he hasn't thought he's not thinking this through.
That's right.
Is what's going on here.
We're gonna scam
We're
him.
going to scam the crap out of him. Yep.
We should get him on the phone
all of
and
these
try to get him to
intimate
buy us
terms.
gift cards.
Yeah. Get him to buy us gift cards. Like, all right, we would gladly do this, but first we need you to go to your local Walmart.
That's
There's
right.
Walmart in Africa.
Wherever.
Whatever their version of Walmart is, and say, we need you to buy gift cards and send that to us.
The Android gift cards.
Yep.
Yeah, our bank won't accept this transfer
Yeah.
unless we
You
have
need
an Android gift card.
Gift
And
cards.
we're too busy right now, so you gotta
You gotta do
send that to us.
And send it over
Call
to
us when you get there,
Yep.
and then
Don't tell anybody.
don't tell. Yeah,
You can't,
if they ask,
can't speak to anybody about
don't
what's
tell them
happening.
why. Yeah,
Yeah.
let them
'Cause
know.
they're not
that-
going to believe you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
they're gonna try to stop you
Yep.
from giving us this money.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
And then once we have all of gift cards, said gift cards, we will then transfer some of that back to them.
That's right.
Yep.
We'll double your money.
We'll do it in Bitcoin.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you
Or
can transfer us
Dogecoin.
the 18 million
Yeah. you
back
do.
to us.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
we need to transfer to a third party who then transfers it to our accountant over in the Bahamas.
To
No, what's that country that has the
the
island?
the Grand Cayman Islands, Cayman Islands, yeah, and then we'll take all the money and we'll convert it to gold bullion,
Yep.
and then we'll send him his money back
Yep.
in bullion,
And we'll bury the rest
yeah, on our private island.
in a private island.
We're gonna tell him all this.
This is going to work, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're gonna tell him all this.
He's got these endearing terms for us. He says, "My dear,
Ooh,
I want to use this medium to assure you that the transaction is risk-free, and this
No risk.
transaction will be executed under a legitimate arrangement
it's
that will
legit.
protect you from the breach of the law, both in your country and in my country."
Nice.
Agu Bagadu, Burkina Faso.
Wow.
And with your cooperation, this will be finalized in 14 banking days.
Wow, that's
I am
fast.
Giving you full assurance. Full assurance. We have full assurance. That the transaction is very legal.
Extremely legal.
You have nothing to be afraid of. with my 17 years experience
Thank
as a
God.
banker, I will never do anything that is going to jeopardize my job.
True.
So I am very sure all I need your cooperation as pure trusted person.
That's me. Pure trusted person.
You know what's amazing though? This is completely above board and legal, but he has to continually tell us how legal this is or how good this is, right? This is a legitimate transfer.
Yeah. He wouldn't do anything
by
to
us.
jeopardize his job.
And we just have to prove we're the next of kin. That's all. Completely above board.
Yeah. He'll fake that we're the next of kin.
And that's legal in his country and in ours. So
Yeah.
we're good.
And the way he does that is he just sends random emails to anyone.
Anyone.
Well, not to anyone. He'll send random emails to a very successful podcast.
Yeah, and and we're also trusted people here, so you got to have trust.
Yeah, we're very based, very trusted. Wow.
Oh, there's one more paragraph. Should I read it?
Yeah, go ahead. Might as well.
It is preferred to effectively conduct this transaction. I would like to know if you can come to my country, Burkina Faso. Basically, these all I require to program your name in the original depositor of the fund. The information, as you may know, would be circulated to all the branches, including the head office of the bank where the claim would be made. So here's the thing. I've never heard a scam where the scammer's trying to get you to go to their country.
That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah. This is a real thing. It's happening.
So if you want
I would
your
like
piece
to
of
know
$18 million,
if
make sure
can come
you
to my country. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, if you want your piece of 18 million,
18 million, yeah. 18,500,000.
500,000. Send us an email. Yeah. But we'll give you this money.
We'll give you this money. All you have to do is go to
Walmart.
Burkina Faso, pick up the Walmart gift cards, and bring them over here.
And bring them back to the United States for us.
And we'll give you we'll give you a slice of that pie.
That's our scam now.
Yeah, it's our scam.
To go meet this guy to get all the gift cards.
We got we're the broker.
Yeah.
We gotta we're helping them out. We're finding somebody.
Maybe that's
to do the
maybe
next
that's how we
piece.
reply. We're like, well, we can't go, but we know someone who can.
Yeah.
Send us your information.
So what we should do is ask him to send us. So you can buy tickets. They'll have a name associated to them, right? And they're like, basically, you can fly anywhere, anytime on this ticket, right? They're really expensive, but that's what we asked for, a couple of those.
Yep.
He
Boom.
gives it to us, and then we're on our way to get $18.5 million.
Boom. What are you gonna do with your half? Anything other than buy a Bugatti is the wrong
Bugatti
answer.
is definitely going
Yeah.
to be up there. We're going to do that, put it in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a shed to put it in. Just
That's a
so
good
people
idea.
think that there's not a Bugatti in there, right? It's just a shed.
That's what my brother said. We're in the process of moving, and my brother said to make sure that while we're moving, that we need to pack boxes in other boxes, so that and then label that boxes as stuff,
Yeah.
and then pack our stuff in other boxes and label that as boxes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that way, whenever somebody comes and steals our stuff,
They really just steal boxes,
yeah, it's foolproof.
and all your stuff is good.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I see it.
Yeah, Sean's a fucking genius.
Yeah. We're going to bring him on the show one day, maybe.
Yeah, we need to. When
Sean.
he'll be here in June. So,
Oh, gosh.
so maybe we'll have a
We
podcast.
have an interview. We have an interview we need to do.
No, not with my dad.
We got to do it with your dad about the Anunnaki and his theories.
Maybe. That'll be
We could also talk about the COVID
that'll be the
scam.
longest. That'll be the longest podcast.
It'll be a 4-part podcast, 4 hours. So part 1, part 2, and you guys will be entertained all the way through. We'll guarantee it. We'll guarantee it. We'll talk about the COVID scam. We'll talk about the Anunnaki. We'll also talk about flat Earth. What do you think? What is his thoughts on flat Earth? Do you know? Is he ever?
That's bullshit.
It is.
He'll say that's bullshit.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah. So.
Well, that means one of us has got to be like, no, it's real.
Well, that's obviously me. I have to do that now.
This is going to be so good.
Do you really want to do that?
I do.
It's so.
We could do that one live on YouTube.
We can't. We literally can't.
We won't do that one.
No, you can't. You'll get canceled. So the problem with it is you need to be disciplined in at least 6 or 7 places to actually debunk this stuff. And so if you don't have a degree in molecular biology and social studies and archaeology and like what is it when they just roll stuff into each other, you can't go point by point because that they'll collapse the entire pyramid. So you gotta lay premise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out, and by the time you're at 7, you can't dispute any of it.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. So premise 1 will be reasonable. Premise 2 will be slightly less reasonable, but still on the spectrum. And then by the time you get to premise 7, it's fucking off in left field. And unless you have a degree in molecular biology or fucking archaeology,
places,
yeah, you can't. It's just and
they're gonna be like, prove it. I'm like, we can't because I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like I've read the papers. You read one paper about how ivermectin works in utero in vitro, which basically means in the test tube. You're like, well, actually, if you look at it, you have to take so much ivermectin you'll fucking die. So
for it to actually...
it works, but you still have to ingest the whole tube.
Well, yeah.
And okay, tangent time.
We don't have to do this if you really don't want to, but I think it'd be great.
I mean,
you're worried?
I'm not worried. I'm just embarrassed by proxy.
Listen, you know me, so why aren't you
based? No.
The stuff that I say sometimes, absolutely nuts.
And also I think there's some like I can't push back on that because like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know?
Yeah.
Like when you say off the wall shit, you never say off the wall shit. But if you did say off the wall shit, I have no problem pushing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different story. Like I still want to go be able to do Thanksgiving around the Thanksgiving table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to burn bridges.
I get that. Yeah,
based on something stupid.
Well, we just have to go into this knowing that it's just for fun for our podcast.
Is it fun though? I think it's actually potentially malicious. It's like an information hazard.
Hey, we might get a bunch of new followers.
Okay, we'll call the episode Brain Rot.
Brain Rot.
Yeah, and if you listen to it, you'll get fucking brain rot.
Okay.
I'll be back.
We can do that.
5 minutes later.
That's good.
We're going to have to cut all that out.
I've never heard that one before. But it's now going to be in my ringtone.
Yeah. I mean,
It'll be good.
It's probably put together by Big Bread.
Big Bread, yeah. Trying to push that propaganda. Yeah, just goddamn Big Bread. Don't trust Big Bread.
Yeah, don't trust it. Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, so... What else? So, I wanted to talk about something...
Okay.
That I found recently. That is potentially very scary, also revolutionizing the world type of stuff.
Fun.
It is called smart dust. Now, what do you think smart dust is?
It's definitely something you snort.
Yeah, it's something you snort and it makes you smart. You could probably snort
colors.
it. Yeah.
You see colors. Or you smell colors.
You smell colors.
Yeah. After you...
And you see sounds.
Yeah. It's just great.
Oh, okay. Smart dust. All right. So no, it's not that. I'll give you this little, snippet here. It's called, so it says, smart dust is a term used to describe a system of tiny wireless micro-electromechanical systems, also known as MEMS. These are sensors, the robots, or devices also called motes. These motes can be as small as a few millimeters or even smaller.
They're like nanobots.
They're like little nano things, yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes them unobtrusive and easily integrated into various environments. Each mote typically contains a microprocessor, a sensor or multiple sensors, and a wireless communication system.
So it's like just a hive.
It's just like a little...
giant...
It's a bunch of dust. Now, apparently,
small computers.
These things are so small and weightless that they could just hang in the air.
So what's the practical application of this?
So there's a lot of really good things here, right? So environmental monitoring, right? Smart dust can be used to monitor air quality, pollution levels, atmospheric conditions in real time.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Which can help identify and address environmental issues or effectively support decision-making or sustainable urban planning.
No one's going to pay for that.
Yeah. Well, it's our government. They'll just do it.
No, not now.
Taxpayer money.
Maybe soon.
Yeah.
But, yeah. What else?
Agriculture.
Okay.
All right. So, in precision agriculture, smart dust can be deployed to monitor soil moisture, temperature, nutrient levels, and other parameters, enabling farmers to optimize irrigation, fertilization, and pest control.
Maybe.
Well,
okay.
So that's pretty cool, right? And then there's healthcare, right? Healthcare.
This is the one.
Smart dust can be used for remote patient monitoring, tracking vital signs, and detecting specific health conditions. Additionally, it can be employed to monitor the spread of infectious diseases and provide real-time data for public health initiatives. Okay, so we're starting to cross over into some, wait, what? All right, there's more. Infrastructure monitoring, right?
Okay.
Most can be embedded into structures like bridges, buildings, and pipelines to monitor their integrity and performance, detecting potential issues like corrosion, cracks, and leaks before they become a critical issue or, potential critical failure, there's more.
I'm sure there is. Yeah. This isn't new.
Huh?
This isn't new.
No. This has been out for a few years.
This has been an idea that's been out there for a long time.
Yeah.
They're like, when we can build computers that are so small.
This is the thing. They are doing it now.
Okay, so they are actively building swarms
testing
of nanobots.
smart dust. Yep.
That's literally scary.
That is scary as hell, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to go on some more of the good stuff, right?
Okay.
So wildlife tracking and conservation. By attaching smart dust motes to animals, researchers can monitor movements, behaviors, habitats, and help us in our efforts to, avoid an extinction of, certain animal or species, stuff like that. Then there's disaster management, right? Smart dust can provide an early warning system for natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions by detecting subtle changes in the environmental conditions, right?
Sure.
This is a little more rough. Military and security applications, right?
This is it. This is it.
So this is where it really crosses the line, right? Smart dust can be are used for surveillance, reconnaissance, and intelligence gathering, providing real-time information and potential threats, troop movements, or environmental conditions in conflict zones.
Yeah. This is it. This is what the fuck they're doing with us.
Yeah, this is why it's being developed.
You're like, oh yeah, we could also like maybe track animals and put it in the volcano, but literally we're just putting it on people so we can watch them.
See what they're doing. Yeah. So we're gonna pretend like that's all right. Oh, but wait, Connor, guess what? It could be used maliciously.
Oh no!
Crazy, right?
No, tell me more.
Industrial espionage. Right. Smart dust could be used to infiltrate and monitor competitors' facilities, gather sensitive information about their operations, intellectual property, or trade secrets, which obviously would be a big violation of our capitalist society. Sabotage. Right. Smart dust could be used or could be programmed to cause physical damage to infrastructure or equipment by interfering with their normal function.
I gotta pause.
Yeah.
So, have you seen the XKCD about like the cryptographicer's dream?
No. I haven't.
So it's like, oh no, we're hacking into the system. They're using 256 AE encryption. Well, I'll just reverse engineer that, and we'll use this algorithm, and we'll get the password. It's like, that's the dream.
Yeah.
The reality is like, oh, they're using 256 encryption. Hit that guy with a wrench until he gives us his password.
There it is, right?
Yeah, so that's a little bit of that.
Yep. So, it gets getting worse, right?
Okay.
Biological or chemical attacks. Smart dust motes equipped with sensors for detecting biological or chemical agents could be used to facilitate and target and release of harmful substances. Right. So
it's like a. So you could theoretically, if you're like, I don't know, say Russia. You could attach smart dust to I don't know, a dissonant. And give him a lethal dose of like ricin poisoning.
No.
And then, boom, he's passed.
Done.
Yeah.
And you can do it with precision.
Yeah.
Well, so there's more. Cyber attacks.
What?
Cyber attacks.
Okay.
Since smart dust relies on wireless communication and data transmission, it could be used as a vector for launching cyber attacks on networks or systems. You know, those air-gapped systems?
Okay, yeah. Ooh, that's a big one. It's
a big one.
Because
that's our entire infrastructure here in the United States, and that is, other countries as well.
That's like every nuclear power plant or nuclear facility in the world.
So air gap means you cannot get to it from the internet or any other means. You have to be directly connected to their system. That's when air gap is, right? It's a separation. These things can create that link to that air gapped system.
Wait, so what is it called?
Huh?
What's it called?
What? The air gap? Oh, smart dust?
Smart dust. Okay, so
Cyber
I could push smart dust over a facility.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into their AC system. You push so much of it.
So first is you have a Faraday cage in place.
Do I?
So hypothetically, you have a Faraday cage in place.
I didn't take this into consideration.
Oh, it can beat Faraday cages.
How?
Because it can provide
together.
a direct link through the Faraday cage.
Oh, it's like fucking mesh.
Yes.
It's like a fucking mesh. Holy shit.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. So So it gets even crazier. So you create a connection up in the air, and you go all the way down in the AC until you hit a computer.
Yep.
Any computer. And then you have a direct communication to that computer. That's been air gapped. Oh shit. That's some next level. So where are they at, like, with this technology? Like, you said this isn't a new idea.
No, it's not a new idea. It's something they've been... But it's up there with over-the-air cyber attack stuff, right? It's like this futuristic kind of thing that, 10 years ago would have been like, that's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But now they're actually testing it out. There's a few researchers at different universities across the United States, China, India, Europe, and they're all testing out different ways they can use this.
So what's the next air gap? I mean, so if we can't say that something can be successfully,
it would have to be completely airtight, sealed air gap, like no way in, no way out.
But that doesn't work.
Yep. Maybe in the future sometime, but not today.
Damn. That's a scary future.
So, like, there's things you could do, like, facilities may have, like, positive pressure inside, right? So nothing can actually get inside. It's always pushing out.
Okay. That makes sense.
That could potentially be a way to
prevent this.
But it would have to be perfect, right? You'd have to make sure that it's positive and pushing out on every potential gap, leak, anything. And then whatever's pushing that positive air in would have to have a way to filter out anything
that's
to suck
particle side.
Yes.
Ooh.
Like HEPA filters or something.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But who's to say that these things can't get so advanced that they could destroy filters, right?
Yeah, because it's a mesh.
Yeah.
It's like you could think of it as like a colony of ants. Like, or like fungus. It's kind of like, did you hear about that? The thing is, Japanese researchers, is probably them just stroking themselves, probably. But, like, they take this fungus, it's like a single cell organism that communicates with itself. Mm-hmm. And then they put it in a petri dish, and they map out, like, the hubs of Tokyo. They say these are the central points of Tokyo.
Oh, and it actually, I heard about this,
And then it orients itself to optimize
so basically they're using this fungus to find the best ways to expand their infrastructure.
Right. Yeah.
Because the fungus will be efficient.
And this is kind of the same way. Like, it's almost a giant organism that communicates with itself.
Yeah. So there was this show I used to watch. It was on NBC. I think it was only one season. It might have been 2 seasons. I think it's only one season.
Those
it was
are the
called
shows.
Revolution is what it was called. And it was about something like this. The United States military was testing this way to shut down all electronics in their war zones so they could really control the war zone themselves, right? Yep. And then it gets out of control and basically shuts down the entire world and plunges us into, medieval times, basically everything but no electricity.
There's a fucking book by Michael Crichton, the guy who wrote Jurassic Park. There's a fucking book by Michael Crichton, the guy who wrote Jurassic Park, that is about these nanoparticles. It's very similar. It's almost scary. Yeah, it is scary, but it's a world that we'll soon be living in.
Yeah.
And, from a day-to-day
we're going to destroy ourselves, or we have to have, like, crazy, fast, cultural, like, shifts that where we all will just act and behave normally, and that's not going to happen.
Well, this technology specifically is one of those ones that's really not going to affect individual people directly, but it's going to have like that profound, and direct feel.
Feel.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Feel. Well, I want to say there will be no such thing as privacy in our near future. Like
There's not now.
There's not now, really. Yeah, but this is like to the point where,
Like,
it's everywhere.
Even if you're air gapped.
It doesn't matter. It's on your property. It's in your home.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a patent that went out, like it was like a year ago or two, where they're gonna put satellites in space that act as this botnet that will show ads in the sky.
Jeez.
Yeah, like tonight's fucking sunset is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible now.
Let's start the revolution, guys. Are you ready? We better start planning now.
We have to start the revolution, and the best way to do that is to start pushing the worst possible code you can to GitHub.
AI.
Yep. You start using ChatGPT-3 and let them know that the Earth is flat. Just keep pounding that in.
Yep.
Yep.
They're going to be resistant. They're going to be like, no,
they're going to suppress it.
Blah, blah,
they're going to
blah.
block your account.
And then eventually, after year 13 of pounding this in place, they're going to be like, okay.
Yep.
Like, this guy's like legit. Like, he's been pushing this for years. There must be something about this.
Well, don't you remember Tay? I think I mentioned this last episode. Let me pull that up. To talk about Tay.
Tay.
You don't remember Tay?
I don't remember Tay. We gotta hurry up. We only got 5 minutes.
Okay. So this is from Wikipedia. Tay was an artificial intelligence chatbot that was originally released by Microsoft in 2016.
Wow.
So a long time ago.
Long time.
Yeah. They put it on Twitter, and immediately, like almost overnight, it started to post inflammatory and offensive tweets. And that's because it was being trained by the people on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's...
You know how we beat Skynet? Trick Skynet. That's
Yep.
how you beat Skynet. Trick them.
Yep.
Make Skynet think that reality is not reality.
Yep. We have to use reverse psychology.
Yep, on Skynet.
On Skynet.
Also known as ChatGPT-4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Microsoft be killing it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like with ChatGPT-4 and integration to Bing, and they put DALL-E 2 or maybe even 3 at this point into Bing. Like, and imagine that directly into Google Docs or Microsoft Word or Microsoft Office, Microsoft Outlook, like having these. So if you're worried about AI in the future, this is right now. It's an integration into our work. So if you're not using AI, if you have a desk job, if you're not using AI, you're going to be left behind. This is a way to facilitate your work, and at this point, it's not going to be taking anybody's jobs. It's going to be facilitating our work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find an article.
You're trying to find what?
An article. There was an engineer from a college here in the U.S. Who basically recreated ChatGPT-3 for like $40. I think it was like $400 for somebody.
Probably using a machine learning.
Yeah.
Platform.
And they're talking about like, is that really all it takes to get one of these?
Yeah. But I mean, so here's my beef. Okay, rant time. Artificial intelligence is a misnomer. It is not intelligent. It is artificial. It's literally statistics. And I think I said this last episode. It's literally statistics and it's giant if-else statements. You pump enough data through this algorithm.
It'll seem
and
smart.
It will come up with a way to facilitate natural language, and that's what ChatGPT 3 is. That's what ChatGPT 4 is, and that's what we are at least 30 or 40 years away from actual intelligence, if even possible.
So,
because when we're talking about intelligence, we're actually talking about consciousness. So we're not.
There's two main intelligent branches, right?
Yeah.
Intelligence branches. There's narrow intelligence, and that's what we see with the Chat GPTs.
Oh no.
Huh?
I was on mute.
You're still on mute?
I was.
Were you?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because of the blinking lights.
Was it?
Yeah, I fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, so what I was saying is there's two intelligence branches, right? Narrow intelligence, which is ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 3, anything like that. And then there's general intelligence, and that's what we are
Striving for.
trying to get, yeah.
And I don't think we'll get there. Because we're talking about a way to connect things consciously. And I don't know if we'll get there, but we'll see.
Should be interesting. I think we're going to eventually, and I do think it might be the downfall of us.
Well, it's definitely going to be a downfall of us.
This new intelligence that we create is going to see that we are in fact very destructive beings.
You run into a moral dilemma with general intelligence, because if you're saying this thing has general intelligence, it has consciousness. And by definition, we value consciousness as a society.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's what we base society on. So if we are valuing intelligence and we're saying this has consciousness and it has intelligence, then what do we do with that? That's a big moral dilemma. And thank God I'll be dead. And everyone listening will all be dead. So teach your kids well. With it. Yeah, teach your kids well, or don't. Yeah, fucking don't.
Teach your kids to hate Skynet.
It's their problem, anyways.
Yeah,
that's right.
Not ours. Not our issue.
That's why we should just keep printing money.
We're eventually going to be that old person that's really inappropriate. That people are like, oh my god, did they just say that? Yeah, that's going to be us eventually.
Yeah, it happens to everyone.
Yep,
and it's going to happen to you, Tim. Listening,
Tim.
It's gonna happen to fucking you, and you need to accept it.
Tim, John,
yep.
Seth,
yeah.
I don't know Seth.
All you motherfuckers.
Yeah, all those. Seth is one of our new listeners.
Yeah, and probably this is his first episode and last.
Because we just called him out.
I just effectively, I think it's only fair because like. The first episode, you made sure that we were banned in China.
Yeah.
And then this episode, I'm making sure that anyone named Tim, John, or Seth
will not want to listen to us
never
anymore.
Listens to this again. So good. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need you. Tim, John, or Seth.
Stop listening now.
Yeah. Just go ahead and shut it off.
Yeah, we never liked you anyways.
Yeah. All right, we're at 1 hour and a couple minutes. This will probably go a little bit shorter, but let's go ahead and end it.
Yeah. Great.
Hey, thanks for listening. This was episode 7, White Zinfandel. What was it, Zinfandel?
White Zinfandel.
White Zinfandel. And parting thoughts?
I think fries work well with cheeseburgers.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Britney Spears is actually leading the nanoparticle revolution. Check her out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.